confess, Father, I confess, cause I've been living wrong.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy TUSK out today. Mr. Flow So Good, Matiba Totle, Mr. Skipper Mawatwat. You guys already know, man. Back with you guys with another YouTube video. For those of y'all that like our YouTube videos, man, and you like, what you see on Tuscody TV, please make sure to click that red button and subscribe. Also making sure to click that bell next to it because it makes sure that YouTube does notify you every time we upload a video. Now, Bafeto, I encourage everybody, who is in entertainment and that is operating in the entertainment industry, whichever field and whatsoever, to get lawyered up. Because, this lawsuit business in the industry is, coming full circle at this point. Everybody is suing everyone. You make a mistake, you make one wrong move, and you're going to have a lawsuit at your desk, okay? Now, the latest, of people to actually come out and sue another person is Cassper Nyovest, who, you guys will already know, came out and sued a guy by the name of Ngani, who happens to be an alternative, music artist. I don't know whether he's alternative music, some people say it's folk, but it's basically, country, traditional music. And he's basically suing him for actually using the words fill up for one of his events at Guyana Stadium. He called it Fill Up Guyana Stadium, and we already know that Cassper Nyovest, his brand, or most of his events per year, he has these events per year, called Fill Up the Dome, Fill Up, Orlando Stadium, and lastly, last year he had Fill Up F&B Stadium, and he now at this point considers it his brand. That is his brand, that is what he calls his concerts, and he was basically upset about the fact that this guy decided to use this particular name. Now, there was different pulling forces on this one, okay? There were people that were actually upset with Cassper, basically saying that, listen, man, a few years back he was the one that came out saying, look, I'm filling up the stadium, I'm filling up the dome because I want to inspire the artists to do the same. I want other artists to also, fill up stadiums, and this to actually become a trend in the country. And they're actually shocked and, upset about the fact that now he's suing another guy who just filled up the stadium. By the way, congrats to this guy because he apparently filled up the stadium to a capacity of like 25,000. Okay, and this was his first, stadium event, and on top of that, the guy just has like, less than 20K followers. Okay, I don't know how he did that, but it goes to show you that, Twitter is not necessarily the reality of everything. And the other side basically saying, look, man, it's good, he needs to protect his brand, Cassper needs to defend what he has created over years and built. Now, obviously, a lot of things were then said between the two, okay? Basically, this guy coming out to basically say, look, I'm studying, I'm learning some stuff as I'm studying, and he encourages Cassper to actually get educated, basically taking some shots, basically saying, look, man, the reason you want to sue for this type of thing is because you don't know anything about anything.
University of Johannesburg, in the second year, in the course of municipal governance, degree of municipal governance, land zama kuhlotela van sokwe eskolweni. Kanti mhlambe nabo ba Cassper Nyovest ayena eskolweni, ingeke celebrity forever.
And basically Cassper coming out to say, look, man, he doesn't care about the people that are upset with him, okay, for this particular move. He's trying to defend what he has actually built. Now, I'm gonna be honest with it too. I'm all for, people defending their brands. I'm all for, what Cassper is trying to do in the situation, because I understand it, okay? If you come out and you build something, you build a brand, okay, and you build this thing over years, you spend your money and you spend your sweat and tears building this thing, and then somebody else comes around, just plagiarizes what you've built, plagiarizes what you've done. It's basically something you need to fight, because this is something you've built over years. It's your sweat, it's your tears, it's all your hard work, and I do understand why he is fighting it. And I get it. I get the people that support him. I get the people that are pushing for him. However, this is a question I have personally always asked myself about Cassper's fill up events. I've always asked myself that the fact that I've always felt that there'll come a time, or there'll come a day where this would actually happen, where there'd be lawsuits and stuff and questions about it, because I've always felt like the words fill up, okay? I don't know whether you can patent them. Apparently he patented them. They are now his words and so on. But the words fill up are so generic. And this is where I think I should have taken business management more seriously in varsity, because I'm not sure about the law structure behind that, but I do believe that he's going to find it very hard in court to actually come out and prove the fact that this guy plagiarized him, and more than plagiarized him, you know, no one else can use the words Philip unless he's got some pretty good ass lawyers. I feel like this is going to be difficult to prove, and I'll tell you why. First of all, this guy, I'll give him his props, he's smart, okay? He didn't necessarily use the words hashtag Philip, you know, Giyani Stadium. He used hashtag FUP, whatnot. You know, he used basically acronyms to actually, you know, hashtag his event. And on top of that, you know, in filling up the stadium, he said fill up Giyani Stadium. Now, the words fill up is a very hard thing for you to say. What is somebody supposed to say when they want to fill up a stadium now? You know, I think this is where this guy's lawyers are going to be driving at when they go to court, or when they are trying to discuss the matter out of court. Whichever way, I think this is where and this is where the EFF actually came in and said that nobody can own a word like fill up. It's a lazy thing. And unfortunately, as much as I understand why Cassper is fighting for this, I kind of get where the EFF is coming from and saying that it's too much of a generic term for you to say fill up. I mean, it's not like it's fill up spelled differently, like PHIL, or, you know, fill up spelled in another way. It's the words fill up, and that's a phrase verb, right? A phrase verb like, you know, I wanted to, right? It's something that anyone can use at any time, at any given point. And the moment you come out and you say that other people can use that, what are they supposed to say when they want to fill up a stadium? So I would say the fact that it's sad that, you know, they have to go to court about this and so on and so forth. But I do feel that what might happen is, you know, Cassper might have to come out of that, and he might actually have to come out and change the name of his concerts to something a little less generic. I really think that's what might happen. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not a lawyer. I didn't necessarily study business law in depth. So I'm just saying the fact that I don't think he's going to win the case. I don't know. I don't think he's going to win the case. I think it's going to be difficult to prove. And given that this guy has EFF's backing at this point, he probably also has some pretty good lawyers. So I don't know. You guys leave me your comments in the comment section, letting me know what you think about this. What do you guys think of Cassper Nyovest suing, you know, Benny Mayengani for actually, you know, using the words fill up for his fill up stadium event? Do you guys think that it's greedy, the way that a lot of people have termed it, or do you guys think Cassper is just defending his brand? Leave me your comments and definitely subscribe. Awesome. Now wait, Emma Pili. I know you want to go, but click that red button and subscribe and put some respect on a younger name, man. Awesome.